When I got Speaker Mutcher in, federal prison.
Okay.
But he didn't go.
All right. I have notes of one other arrest I'd like to ask you about, a 1983 felony theft by check in Travis County. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the felony theft by check in Travis County. I can't imagine where that felony theft came back up after I paid it.
But
I was never convicted. I didn't
Okay.
know about the check. It was a hot check from Tom. They're all hot checks from Tom out of Travis County. And
All right.
get this. In 91, I was indicted on a felony on that same check.
Okay.
83 to 91.
All right. Now,
Still got the check. Still got the money order where I paid the check.
okay, let's go. Let's talk about the Jersey Village Police Department.
No, I sold my home.
Ms. Honerkamp,
I sold my home.
I appreciate you selling your home. I just want to move on.
No,
to the
my
next
son was killed. My other one was taken. They did Lottie. They did Carol. The suit against Ken Ross Wright, the day that they adjudicated the verdict, when the judge stepped down and went fishing, was the day they put the CLE on Lonnie Davis.
Ms. Honerkamp.
And that is what this case is about.
Ms. Honerkamp, let's talk about the city of Jersey Village and its police department right now. In February 4th of 2001, you asked the city of Jersey Village in writing for copies of the last 3 years driving while intoxicated, PI, and controlled substance arrest. Do you remember doing that?
You've got the wrong date.
Okay, let me find it.
No, but I'm saying, if I have a letter about some intoxication, but it wasn't in February 4th of 2001.
Okay, I'm going to get them. I'm going to get
I
them.
don't think.
11. All right. 11 and 12. All right, can we mark these as 3 and 4 when you get a chance? This one 3, this one 4.
Get Barbara on the phone.
Thank you. All right.
Then go get Cunningham.
Ms. Honerkamp, I'm showing you exhibits 3 and 4. Do you want a copy of these, Carol?
Yes, sir, please.
Here you go.
Just right there. I'll be right back.
All right. Can I get, or you want to get a copy for Carol? All right.
I didn't realize they were 2001. I thought they were later than that. I don't remember that. It's 2002. It's corrected.
All right.
I do make typing errors.
And one of the things that just so you know, one of the things I'm trying to do with these questions is I'm trying to fill in gaps. If I have partial information, whether it's about a bank account, whether it's about a letter you wrote to Jersey Village, whether it's about an arrest, I'm trying to fill in the blanks. I'm just going down a list, filling in blanks.
Ask it.
Okay. Why did you send these letters?
Because I wanted to.
Well, that much I understand, but why did you ask for these records?
There's no reason. I don't have to have a reason for asking for this, and I don't think it's any of your business. But basically, I've been doing drinking and driving under the influence of alcohol since way before my son got killed, because basically it interests me.
Okay.
It's one of my pet peeves.
And what was your complaint with the way that the Jersey Village Police Department was handling DWI, PI, and DUI controlled substance cases?
I didn't write a complaint. I wrote a written request. There's a difference.
Okay, and I'm trying to ask, what were you looking for in the 3 years of police reports?
None of your business.
So you're refusing to answer that?
I don't know. I write that to every city. I've written it all over the country, worldwide. That's what I ask.
What other cities have you asked this of?
Every city you can think of in the state of Texas. I've done county by county. Louisiana, Arkansas, California. I'm worldwide. I ask questions because the thing is, there's a lot of people I have a real interest in keeping up with that particular request. City of Brenham has it, Caldwell's got it, LaGrange has got it. I do small cities, small municipals, because if they don't count them, they don't have a problem.
And when you get these reports, do you get those reports? Do they turn them over to you?
I don't know. I usually get a written request. If I write one, yes. But most of the time, they don't exist.
What do you do
Most
with
of the time, they don't have a list.
Okay. And when you do get the list, what do you do with them?
Read them. They don't go anywhere past me. There's not another party. You know, it's information. I've been gathering information for years. My son was killed by a guy like that.
In 2001, what caused
In 2002.
you, on February 4th, 2001, when you wrote these letters?
I wrote them in 2. It's a mistake. I do that often.
Okay. So you did write these 2 letters, but the date is off by a year.
And one says 97 you probably got, and it wasn't in 97, it was written like in 2003.
Okay. In 2002, what inspired you to send it then as opposed to, you know, a year before or 3 years before? What was it that made you say, oh, you know, it's time to do this?
Well, I have several people, and they're women, and some of them are in law enforcement, some are not. They're a committee, and you know, basically we do everybody. I mean, we do a lot of. I mean, it's not just Jersey Village. It's not an isolated thing.
Okay, is this Mother's Mafia?
Yeah, we're all Mother's Mafia, but most of them belong to other organizations. Mother's Mafia is just me. They belong. We have everybody else belongs to real committees that have real issues, and I'm the one that writes the written request. I'm the one that you go to if you want to write a written request. If you're too chicken to write one, you ask me.
And some of the responses to either disclosures or interrogatories, people are described as members of Mother's Mafia. How many members do you have?
We don't really know. I mean, I really don't know.
Okay, and what is the goal of Mother's Mafia?
There's not a goal. We have an issue.
What is the issue?
The issue is, to be a member of the Mother's Mafia, it started a long time ago. Because I do investigate the Mafia, the CIA. I'm a conspiracy fraud expert. And everybody was afraid of the word Mafia. Every time I said Mafia or conspiracy, people would jump out of their skin. This was before you could say the word conspiracy.
Have you ever testified as an expert?
I am an expert.
I understand. Have you ever testified in a court as an expert? Have you ever had a judge deem
No, I've
you
just
as an
had people
expert?
indicted. Federal indictments. Public record.
Okay, when you say
Actually, a result goes in. I hand them a piece of paper, and it comes out the other end. I don't have any idea.
Hand who? Piece of paper?
The people.
Who?
Who? It's a Privacy Act, sir. It's called the U.S. Attorney's Office. It's a big building. You're probably in it, you know? I'm a private informant. I write it in pencil. The first one I ever wrote was on a yellow piece of paper, and I Crayolaed the indictment. I have no idea.
So these requests to the City of Jersey Village Police Department about their arrest for the last 3 years was as part of your work for Mother's Mafia?
No, it's not part of the work. I am the Mother's Mafia. I wrote a written request. What I have to do with it is none of your business.
Was it in order to file some sort of lawsuit?
I've never filed a lawsuit but 1 or 2 in my life. It's honest. I don't do things to instigate lawsuits. That's not what I do.
So your request, but you can't tell me why you asked for these.
I could probably tell you why, but you don't have enough time. It's not anything to do with you. I mean, I can go back and look if you want to.
But at this point, you don't know offhand why you chose to write this at that point.
If you want to give it to me and spend 30 minutes of me analyzing it, I can tell you.
I mean, I'm just asking if there was a particular reason that you wanted those documents that you can remember.
What only thing I remember is I kept keeping the things from the City of Jersey Village that they'd mail out, their little comedy routine little flyers, and their flyers say one thing, and the thing is, somebody could have called me, I could have written a paper, I could have been curious, somebody could have said something.
Okay.
Anybody could have said something. I don't get specific. I don't get non-specific.
Do you remember filing a complaint with the Department of Public Safety on January 18th of 2001 about, I believe, somebody named Rentz or Laird or Petty or Internal Affairs about Carol's involvement? Do you remember writing a letter to DPS?
Yeah, I wrote a lot of letters to them.
And your beef in January of 2001.
It's not a beef.
Okay,
please.
Your complaint with the Department of Public Safety in 2001 was what?
Get the letter, Carol. What's the date?
I believe it's January 18th, 2001.
No, you're talking about the December deal when he threatened her, right? The major?
No.
You know, I can come back to it because I don't have the document in front of me. My notes say January 18th, 2001, formal complaint versus DPS.